Incredibly manually was the answer. So we always thought we were fairly forward thinking in terms of the size of our business, of having a specific team that dealt with Rebalance. So although the communication came out from individual advisors, it was done by a centralised team who produced it, but it was incredibly manual, using a very complicated spreadsheet to calculate it. So the frequency of our rebalancing was done twice a year, and in terms of the time it took, excluding, if you like, the investment committee's research time to choose and decide on what changes were being made, but it probably took about a week and a half to 2 weeks to communicate and to get all the communication together. You then obviously have envelope stuffing and sending it out, which was done very much by paper and some email chains at that stage. And then there was the period of time for recollating replies, which was done as a shared mailbox where people were reviewing yes or no's, and then tying that back against who had permission to say yes or no for each of those portfolios. So in total it probably ran for about 3.5 weeks to get communication out, and then to get the reply back, and then obviously a period of time to chase after that. Yeah, every process that involves human intervention and manual process has risk. So yeah, errors and omissions were always a risk. Errors in communication to clients was always a risk. Errors of referring back to the CRM and back office data, in terms of making sure addresses were correct and individuals were still alive, was always a bit of a fear and worry. So during the selection process of choosing who to engage for our CRM and back office, one of the key component parts was our rebalance process. So the person who used to run that process and designed it, we spent a lot of time with Time for Advice, understanding how we did it, understanding how it could be improved and automated throughout that process. So what happened in the integration part was it was one of the first elements that was built for us in terms of making sure that the process could be automated and to reduce the human intervention in that process. The results were significant, so significant improvement in the time and efficiency, I think, at different stages. So if you imagine, even in the design process, it allowed for greater security of understanding and auditing of the decisions that were made. But then when the decision was made to integrate, obviously the reference point back to the data, the communication process using the connected parties like Experido and DocuSign not only allowed the communication to be sent more effectively and efficiently with greater confidence that it had gone and who it had gone to, but then also the ability to collate replies was also significantly more efficient and made that whole process significantly faster with less humans to be involved in the process, but errors and omissions also reduced.